One of the things that the semaglutide medication has done for me is it has made it a lot easier to make healthy choices. And as a mom who's working full time, I have a lot of responsibilities. So I do need to take care of myself first before I can take care of everyone else around me. It is a very draining thing to try and put everyone else in front of you. And so I do what I have to do to feel confident, to feel comfortable, and to lose the weight. I followed really strict nutrition guidelines. I was counting macros, and just the weight would not budge. And it started to not only be really frustrating, but also a little scary because I was actually gaining some weight. So I went in for my annual physical. I got my labs done, and my cholesterol was really high. My LDLs were quite high, and type 2 diabetes runs in my family. I have family members who control it with medication. I actually lost my paternal grandfather to complications with type 2 diabetes, and so I just knew that I had to figure something out because the strategies that I was using were no longer actually working for me.
Ready? Show me what you got.
I experienced a lot of infertility. I had about 4 miscarriages in between having my daughter. And so after having my daughter, we tried 2 more times, and then I was diagnosed with PCOS and realized that I was not going to be able to have children again. And I think for me, that was definitely a pivotal moment to say, now what? And I was severely overweight at the time. They told me that my miscarriages were due to my weight gain. I started researching the weight loss surgery, and I was totally ready. I was so ready to make a change for myself. When you do have weight loss surgery, there is a very high chance, very, very high chance that you will experience regain. I did get to the point where I gained about 40 pounds. I started noticing a difference in my body, in my energy, in my sleep. And so I started doing research on all of these medications.
Hi, Riley. How are you?
How are you?
I initially met Riley about a year ago, and at that point, she was 2 years post-operative from her sleeve gastrectomy. At that point, she was actually regaining weight from her lowest point she had reached after her bariatric surgery.
Initially, full transparency, I thought I failed. I thought I failed if I had to now go and get a medication to help with my weight management after having 80% of my stomach taken out.
We had a long conversation, discussed how it's not her fault and that there are other ways to help her. And so that's when we decided together to start the GLP-1 agonist.
I realized that it's not that I failed. It's not that my weight loss surgery did not work. The injections are an extra support to my weight loss journey.
Come on, we'll go outside. We'll go outside. Come on. Come on. Good. I was in a really dark place last year where I pretty much didn't care if I died or not, which is kind of terrible to say, especially having a family that loves me. But as dark as my thoughts were, I really didn't want to leave yet. I don't want my son to be without me. I mean, he deserves the world from me. And I want to be there for him. I want to see him get married. I want to see him have kids. I want to go on a roller coaster with him. That's stuff I can't do being this big. I want to be able to guide him through his life until he doesn't need me anymore. And that's why I decided to make the change and take the injections and start eating right and going to the gym and just getting my life back together.
Having a child has definitely been life-changing. I knew that I wanted to be active. I knew that as time went on and she was doing sports and dance and stuff, that I wanted to be able to do things with her. You know, I had somebody to live for now. She's seen me at my worst already at such a young age, that for her to see this transition now is so rewarding. It is way more than just losing weight.
I mean, I've went into atrial fibrillation 3 times in my life, but the second time is when I found the cardiologist I work with now that I really do enjoy working with, who actually is like one of the people that pushed me to look into a weight loss medication. And their main priority is to get me down to a safe weight to eventually get the bariatric surgery. And Taking the injection, I feel like it was the best thing for me because like eating as bad as I was and drinking, I feel like that was going to harm me worse than any medication that is FDA approved that a bunch of people are already taking would. So why not give it a shot?
Obesity is a disease, and the injection medication, I think it's really helping me as a tool to manage my weight and stay at my happy weight.
Today, I'm seeing a huge change in her confidence and her weight loss journey. I think she's been really successful, and we hope that we can continue this for her.
With the medical staff I have and the people that I've met through going to the gym, they all want to see me succeed, and they all are behind me 100%. What I'm working hard for is to get down to a safe, maintainable weight so that I can live the life I want to live with my family.
I think if you are considering weight loss medication for yourself, at the end of the day, like, you know what's best for you and your body. And I personally have so much like freedom in my life. I have so much more mental space to not think about food all the time. And I am naturally making good choices for myself in terms of taking a walk instead of the bus, in terms of, having my protein first and then enjoying carbs a little bit later. All these things come naturally to me now because of the semaglutide. And I'm very grateful for that.